The greatest gift that Nnamdi Kanu gave the Igbos, the Southeasterners, Biafrans, was Radio Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu was able to invest in the media. He saw that Ojukwu failed in using the media for his advantage. If Ojukwu had invested in the media heavily before he made that declaration of Biafra, and he had used his influence to have international treaties, building international relations with other countries, there will have been a Biafra that all of us will be talking about today. But because he did not look towards that angle of the media, the Nigerian government used the media to bastardize the Biafran agitation. They were in control of the media. The West had media, then they used their media to propagate all sort of propaganda, lies, deceit, manipulations, narrative against the Biafra dream. And whatever the media says usually is what people follow. See how the media operates. When you look at my t-shirt, there's this area we have black, and there's this bright side. The Nigerian government perpetrated ills and evil on the Biafran people. The killings in the north, the program in the north, hundreds of thousands of Biafrans were killed just because of the action of few officers, which the narrative was spawned. They turned the narrative that it is an Igbo coup. So all hate. See how powerful the media is. The media came out on their headlines. They call it an Igbo coup, without verifying anything, without having to do investigations or whatever. Whatever that person was saying on that media platform was what people took as the truth. And they all sprung into action, killing hundreds of thousands of innocent Igbos, dislodging many of the Igbo officers in the army and in the government, going after their lives, threatening them because of what somebody said in the media. And you know, media travels far. When somebody says an evil thing about you, it travels far. Just one person, where it will get you, you will not even believe. So the West, the Southwest, used the media, fought against Biafrans. They changed the narrative, they twisted the narrative, and Biafrans were killed. Ojukwu, on his part, did not sit down to understand that he needed the media to sustain the Biafran agitation. If we had enough media presence and international presence with our own, telling our stories, we would have not been here, or we would not be even having this conversation in the first place. So the greatest gift that Nnamdi Kanu gave to the Igbos is the media. The media is powerful. Most of us, like I studied media, journalism, mass communication. That's what I studied. Somebody was even asking whether I'm Igbo, or I don't know, he's confused whether I'm Igbo. I'm a proud Biafran, a proud one. I don't have to be Igbo to become a Biafran. I don't have to be Igbo. Biafra is an ideology. Biafran is a divine project. I don't know how you see it though. It is a divine project. This project is that project that will liberate Africa. I have said it over and over again that the Igbo man is a special person. An Igbo man is a special person if properly taken care of, properly nurtured. If an Igbo man is properly nurtured, he's going to be a demigod. The reasons why you have a Fulefus in South is because the Nigerian government has put the Southeast in harm's way. They have put them in a condition whereby most of our people are not educated. Most of our people have not gone through learning processes. They are not exposed. Most of our people. When you go to the Southeast, you see some people have some ideologies and you are wondering, are these Southeasterners? But a Southeasterner, well-nurtured, educated, well-experienced, well-traveled, is like a demigod. That's why few of our people that are traveled all over the world, when Southeast students go outside the country, they do better than every other African migrant or their peers. So the Southeasterner is a very special person. I studied journalism, and I'm very proud that I studied journalism. And I understand the power of the media. The power of the media, you see, the reasons why our history was removed from our curriculum is because of that power the media has. If every Igbo man had access to the history, and throughout the schools history is being taught, we have known the truth that the Nigerian government has carried propaganda against Biafrans for over 50 years now, and they are still on with it. The greatest disservice that Obasanjo did to Nigerians, whoever that is in this box called Nigeria, whether Oduduwa, Arewa, or Biafra, the greatest disservice is for the government to take away history from the schools. You can say, okay, we have history books now all over the library, and if they remove history from the schools, then we'll still, you can see that whilst doing that policy, many people are history blind. They don't know what transpired during the war. Some of us had to go back when we came to the consciousness that a narrative is being pushed against the Igbos in this current construct called Nigeria. We had to go back and start learning about the Nigerian Civil War, history of the Igbo man, how we all came to this conclusion that we are in one Nigeria that is not united. Nnamdi Kanu saw the lapses that the Biafra movement had, so he brought in Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra won the hearts of millions of Igbo men, millions of Biafrans and Southeasterners all over the world. Radio Biafra, though the government fought tooth and nail, but this guy was wise. If you listen to Nnamdi Kanu, I'm from Abia State, Ishikwato, Ahabeme. For those that are asking, I'm Igbo. Also, Nnamdi Kanu is from Abia State. If you look at the way Nnamdi Kanu speaks, some Southwesterners, some Yorubas are envious. What manner of man is this? This is someone that is educated, well-read, experienced, and traveled. Like I said, an Igbo man, educated, well-read, experienced, and traveled, is almost a demigod. Is almost a demigod. They have these special abilities. That's why I say Biafra is a divine project. Is a divine project, my brother. If you're an Igbo man, you don't know what God has done for you. I'm telling you, there's no tribe in Nigeria that will go through the persecutions that Igbos are going through that will still survive. Imagine people were given 20 pounds after the war. Imagine that sort of treatment. But yet, consistently, they have been starving the region. After the war, they still starve the region of federal government projects. Look at my place, Port Harcourt Road, Aba. For over decades, over years, it has been abandoned. It's a federal road. Just road. Which other project? Is it the second Niger Bridge? If we are ready to have that conversation, we will have that conversation. So, no other tribe, whether it is the Fulani, the Hausa, the Yoruba, can go through what the Igbos are going through in Nigeria and still maintain their steez. You are a special person as an Igbo man. Maintaining your steez in the face of difficulty, whilst you know that in that office, as an Igbo man, you have Yoruba people, Hausa people in that federal office. You know that you are a target. You know that you are an endangered species, but yet you still survive and become the best. Watch it. Any government parastatal that you find an Igbo, that Igbo always stands out as the best. The Igbo man thrives more in competition. What the Nigerian government does not know is that the more you try to clamp down on the Igbo, the more the Igbo see opportunity to be better at what he or she does. You can't kill the Igbo spirit, a divine project. You dey whine? You can't kill it. So the greatest gift that we have is Nnamdi Kanu. He has much more effect on the minds of. We even thought that after the war, people have forgotten about a Biafra. Even with the advent of Uwazurike, it was not this pronounced and effective. Nnamdi Kanu came with a bang. with a banger. And all of a sudden, the minds of people were awakened to the reality that, wait, I'm a Biafran. I need to look at my inner self and how I'm going to connect to a divine. See, if you don't believe what I'm saying, don't believe it though. Nobody is begging anybody to believe what I'm saying. I am an Igbo person and I understand what I'm saying. I understand. With the limitation we have gotten, yet we could achieve all this. Although there is an issue of pride, arrogance. Everybody has his own shortcomings. But I'm looking at the positives. So the Southwest media over the years have shown you the bright side. The bright side. The bright side. They show you the bright side. They don't tell you that every other place is black. We have more black than the bright. When it comes to Nigeria, they show you the bright side. When it comes to Biafra, they show you the black. They hide that white side and they show you black. That is narrative. They turn your attention to a different thing in particular. Look at what happened to P2B. One thing that pains me the most is that I learned journalism from these Yoruba folks. They are pretty good at it. I sat down and I studied the trend, especially propaganda, how they move on with their propaganda. You must be conscienceless to run with these people. There's a guy on Twitter called Harry. That guy, how he's able to engage, because most of the times I will get tired in posting some of this content because it is not in my blood to start carrying out propaganda of hate on my fellow human being. It's not in my blood. We don't hate like that. Igbos don't hate like that. Igbo is a trusted, loyal friend. If an Igbo man is your friend, he's your friend. If he's not your friend, he's going to tell you with his actions or with whatever, he's going to tell you straight to the face that he doesn't like you. He's not. So, for Harry to start doing one or two like them, just one person decided to go low, and they are all calling for a truce. Even some people that belong to the obedient movement started becoming concerned. We have Igbos in APC. Whilst the APC were denigrating the Igbo people, the Igbos in APC did not come out to say that this one, that one, we are attacking the Igbo people, this, that. Even the Igbos in APC helped to even hit the nail on the head. They even helped in doing that. But at the end of the day, these guys are good at pushing narratives. So Nnamdi Kanu came with a gospel, and that gospel traveled far and wide. Everybody is now identifying people that did not identify as a Biafran. After Radio Biafra was inaugurated and Nnamdi Kanu started his series of broadcasts, people started believing in the Biafran dream. So the power of the media is very, very important in the Biafran struggle. Whatever you can do to push the Igbo consciousness, because we have so many people that have dedicated their lives to push the Yoruba consciousness. The Hausa consciousness, that one is in the BBC Hausa, is even official now. Whatever we can do to push the consciousness of this special breed that God has brought into this earth, let's do so. If you are watching this video, share this video. No matter what you are going through, no matter the situation, no matter the persecution, you are an Igbo man. You must be proud of yourself. I will not say that there are no stupid Igbos. They are very, very, in fact, in large numbers, very stupid, by God's Igbos that there's no sense. But that does not take away the fact that Igbos are special. Igbos are special. I said it one time. Lagos State government decided to make Yoruba a compulsory subject. When we were in secondary school, I went to school in Lagos. When we were in secondary school, we did Yoruba. We passed Yoruba. We passed Yoruba. I got to university. I also did Yoruba. We passed Yoruba. It was a compulsory subject. But you see the narrative. Now, because of this Igbo push back and forth. They now brought it out as if it was a new thing. Put fear in your minds that they want to dominate you. They want to do this. They want to do that. Let me see how you come and go to our schools. If not, you people should pack your load and your children. Is that you go to private schools, or you don't have to benefit from our system. That's what they are doing. So if you're an Igbo, you are writing Yoruba, they might fail you because of the Igbo name. They might. Is a possibility. We have gone to school and we have seen some lecturers do some things because of they hate a certain person or a particular set of people. We know it is being done for a party, a political party, to take over a state, push a narrative against a PDP governorship candidate, Agbaje, calling him an Igbo man, so as to rubbish him. There's no they can call all the Yoruba teachers in Lagos State now. They can have a meeting. It's possible they can have a meeting and they tell you, if you see Igbo name, Tebari Orukomo Igbo. If you see Igbo name, you be strict on them, because these guys are fraudulent people. These guys are this, are that. They can carry expo, they can do this. So be strict on them. So they will not be strict on a Yoruba person, but they will have to be strict on an Igbo person. Sometimes you need to be exceptional. For them, they might even call you. If they see that you are exceptional in your Yoruba scores, they might even call you to come and defend it. Because there's a narrative, there's an agenda, there's something they are trying to push to make sure that they exclude you from their system, so that you don't get to benefit from their system. If you are to benefit from their system, you need to be subject to them, which I'm not against. If you go to Rome, behave like Rome. But when there's a sinister motive, a motive to denigrate a certain people because you hate them, I'm against that. I'm against Igbo bigot too. I'm not a bigot. I'm not a bigot. I don't care wherever you come from. I'm concerned about humanity. Because the way Nigeria is going now, if we don't preserve our Igbo identity, Igbos are people that are needed in any society to boost the economy. So when they see, the Yorubas are saying Igbo must go, it is not from their heart. They need Igbos. I'm telling you. But Igbos must go. But Igbos must go, that is sure. We are having our own plans. Because you cannot be beaten twice. Once beaten, twice shy. You cannot be inside the bathwater and you allow soap to enter your eyes. We are going to bust and expose the gimmicks, the tactics of these people to suppress the Igbo man. One major revolution is what Nnamdi Kanu has done and is helping the Igbo nation big time. Many people have sprung up. Many media platforms have started, have resurrected because of what Nnamdi Kanu did. Many disciples have resurrected. Many people are going deep into researching, doing a lot of research about the Igbo man. How did he come into this life? What is the history? We are rewriting the propaganda. We are putting the record straight. We are making people understand that the lies that have been told against the Igbo people will be debunked. Just give us time. Just give us time. We are studying. We are studying the trends. We are studying the trends. It will be in no time that you realize that you don't joke with a people that realizes their identity, which Nnamdi Kanu did. He helped the Igbo people realize who they are. They were almost forgetting who they were. They were almost forgetting. I'm telling you the truth. People were not really concerned. Even the Masop movement. But now it is much more. If you go on the streets, my brother, anywhere. While in Lagos, I thought that some people, most time we think of these guys that have buildings, investment in Lagos, might not be subscribing to the Biafra thing. I was shocked. I went to a party one day, and these are big guys. big guys, they belong to an association. Both Yoruba, both Edo, both Igbos were there. It was a young guy who has an investment, probably a hotel or club. He has an investment. And they were having to discuss about the national whatever, what is happening in the nation. You know what he said? He said the only way, in the front of everybody, it happened in Lagos. The only way is for Nigeria to divide. With so much investment, they told him that if you divide, then you are going to lose your investment. He said, it doesn't really mean that I have to lose my investment, but if you think I'm after my investment, so be it. I lose it. Just that let me go and have peace. So after Nnamdi Kanu came into the picture, everybody started looking at how they can harness their inner strength, inner personality of who they are as Igbo people, and make sure they use it for the betterment. They will not allow riffraffs, never duels, quench the light that Okike Abiyama has deposited in them. We will never allow riffraffs. Everybody, every tribe has a special identity. So talk about your identity. Talk about it and how you're going to use it for the betterment of humanity. Not I will sit down here and somebody will want to deprive me of an opportunity because I have a name called Igbo. I want to get my voter's card. You don't want to give me a voter's card because I have a name, an identity. I will not sit down and look at you do that. Enough is enough. This thing, we are all in it together. Newswatch, the Sun newspaper, Vanguard, some people are coming up. The media, the narrative will write the narrative, and there's going to be a dedicated time that we will go into research and make sure that the Igbo man is not taken for granted in today's Nigeria. A big thank you to Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless you for bringing this media revolution on the Biafran identity and the realization that we need to move to the promised land sooner